How you doing, YouTube? This is Minister Paul, and I live out here in Northern California. I've been asked by a few people I know who are strong supporters of the Second Amendment to make this video showing that it is our belief as Christians, as soldiers of the cross, that we have a right to self-defense and bear arms, and that self-defense is not murder. When the Bible says thou shalt not kill, it's talking about murder, not self-defense. I believe with all my might that I've never been convicted of ever owning any firearms, and that I have a duty. I have a duty to protect my wife and children from bad people that would want to come into this house and harm them. So I'm going to show you my, first of all, let me say this for those who don't know. I was in the military, and then I served this community. I owned a private protection company for 22 years before I retired and went into the ministry. And so I dealt with both exposed carry and concealed carry for a couple decades. And so I was trained for 15 years on the armed aspect of private protection and self-defense. So I'm gonna show out my Smith & Wesson M&P collection here. I also am a strong believer in the Springfield Armory XD Extreme Duty line. I had a 40, and I have a 45 caliber in that. When I was working out in the field, I had hired a Marine named Rob. He had just came back from Fallujah, and he used the Smith & Wesson M&P line exclusively. M&P standing for military and police, and I figured if it was good, and he was a young guy, a veteran, God bless him, still my friend to this day. I figured, you know what, I started looking at his equipment. You know, as the owner, I examine everybody's equipment, whether they're safe or not. And I figured if it was good enough for a Marine coming back from Fallujah, I might want to look into it. And so my first purchase was the same gun he carried. It's a Smith & Wesson M&P 40 caliber. I'm going to show you what I've done with mine. All of these modifications you're going to see are excellent and inexpensive. So let's just clear the chamber here. Make sure that everybody knows that I've unloaded all my weapons before making this video. And then this 40 caliber has night sights on it. You can see the sights have been adjusted. On my Springfield, I have orange dots and a green dot. On this Trijicon, they just glow green. But what you can see here is I have added Smith & Wesson 90 lumen, and 90 lumen is very bright. It's plenty bright. Flashlight made by Smith & Wesson. And it attaches right to the rails here. Very simple install. This bar pushes in and goes through the Picatinny rail and secures it in place. It's very secure. I've shot thousands of rounds through this, and it has never went offside or loose or even, it's just rock solid. So now at the ready position, my finger falls right upon the button to push the light. There's a toggle here where you can turn it on permanently and leave it on for like tactical work. But I leave it in this position, and so when I get my sight acquisition, let's say someone's in my hallway, or a bad person has just broken in through the back door or something like that at nighttime. All I got to do is go to the ready, and then my finger pushes this button. It's so natural. And now I'm clearing the house, or if I'm out at work, which I've retired now, but for clearing rooms, You can't go wrong with this. I think you can get this for about $80. I haven't checked in a while, on Amazon.com. I highly recommend it. This battery has been in here, I think, since 2012 and is still glowing strong. It's a lithium battery. So as you see, the natural position is right there. Activates the flashlight, on and off, on and off. Target acquisition. So that's my 40 caliber. I'll show you. I went and bought a 9mm in 2013. The internet said that Obama was letting the United Nations ban handguns, and I went out and got this for my wife, you know. And here's the rails I was talking about that the flashlight goes on. I'll do a chamber check here. This is the same weapon, Smith & Wesson M&P, military and police, in 9mm. I use a Winchester 147 grain. They're called same exact things. They're kind of made after the Black Talon. I'll kind of show you. And I believe in having multiple magazines in all my weapons. So I have 3 magazines per weapon, except for the AR, which I'm going to show. I have probably about 6 magazines. So this is a very good round. It's a hollow point. I believe in using hollow points, not full metal jackets. Can't say nothing bad about this round. Plenty of stopping power. So when you order this flashlight through Amazon, you can put it on yourself right on that rail. Does everybody see that? This rail right here. So in the 9mm version, I have added Trijicon night sights. Can everybody see that? And what I love about this gun is they all of the Smith & Wesson M&P semi-automatics, they come with 3 different sized grips: large, medium, and small. This gun has a really good grip, and I've made it the grip smaller. This, although I can go to this weapon, I believe in having weapons in multiple locations of the houses. A lot of people just have one gun and they keep it in their nightstand. I'm here to tell you, as a self-defense expert, you're not always going to have time to get to your nightstand. So I believe in placing these in different places of the house. But this is my wife, and it's also my concealed carry weapon. I love the fact that on the Springfield XDs that I have, they have the grip safety on the butt right here. When you grab it, it depresses the safety. But these also have like the Glock trigger right here. It's just a well-made gun. Again, you shoot thousands of rounds through these, never once a jam. It has the scallops right here for, quick to grab. It's comfortable in your hands. It's very accurate. I carry it, I have several different holsters. I carry it in a holster such as this, and then it has an extra magazine. It's lighter than the 40 and the 45, and it's perfect for concealed carry. And this is just like a cheap $15 holster. I think I have about 5 different holsters. I like to try out new things, and especially when carrying concealed. And lastly, I want to show you my AR-15. This is a Smith & Wesson M&P Sport, and some very inexpensive modifications that I've made to it to make it more usable and friendly and customize it for my liking. Again, it's unloaded. Everybody check the chamber there. Unload it. So I'm not going to go into dust covers and forward assists and all that. This weapon does everything that I need it to do. It's actually my primary go-to weapon. It does have a safety on it. This is the only weapon I have that has a safety. I'm not a big believer in safeties. I don't have children in this house. The first modification I did was added this padding to the back of the stock. It really makes a big difference for, you know, again, for like $10, $12. This stock is collapsible. This gun is only about $700. It's California legal. And another thing I want to show you, for like $4, I kid you not, there's a solid piece of rubber here that you can buy off Amazon.com. This is hollow on the bottom when it comes stock. You can put that grip on there, and not only does it give people with big hands a little, you know, an extra inch or so to have at the bottom of their hand for grip, but you can also remove it and place items in there, extra rounds, extra batteries for your scope, etc. I mean, real inexpensive. This is it's called the AG43. This is the same grip that I'm gonna mount on it with the pistol grip. Originally, I'm not in really no hurry to do it. It also has a bottom to add ammo to it. So this will go like this. It's going to be the final modification I make to it. But I don't really see a great need for it right now. And all of my magazines are Magpul, and I shoot 5.56 rounds, federal brand 5.56 rounds. I believe in having plenty of these. Let's go into some more modifications. This is the stock foregrip that the weapon comes with. I didn't like the way it felt. I didn't like the way my hand felt when I grabbed it, you know. I didn't like the fact that it was round, and so I watched a video here on YouTube by a guy that lives just north of me. He makes a lot of videos on how to do modifications, and he goes out to the range and shows them. So props to him. I can't think of his name offhand, for showing how to replace this. Basically, you pull down this, what's called a D-ring right here, and it takes some work, and you put on the bottom and the top. This is a Magpul foregrip right here. It's more solid. It's very well made, and it fits your hand better. And then what I've done is I've bought this UTG front grip. So with the click of a button here, I'll show you, it's on the side. See this? With the click of a button here, it's so natural to now have the foregrip. And you can use it like this, which I prefer, or you can use it in 3 different positions. Very well made. This is like $15 for this. It just seems like it's made for the gun. I don't need a Magpul sight, but these do flip up like that. I don't really use my rear sight right now, because we're going to the next modification I've made, which is the EOTech XPS 2.2, I think it's called, Z. And the Z stands for zombie. This is called the EOTech. This scope's going to set you back a little bit. It's called the Zombie Stopper, but this holographic scope is worth every penny you pay for it. Has a lithium battery in here. It makes it smaller than some of the other ones that have the AA. I'm not going to go into a bunch of specs. There's a million videos on that, but I'm going to show you the difference between the Biohazard Z version of the EOTech XPS 2 and the standard one. I'm going to give you a real live demonstration. The sight acquisition on this rifle is the best of any weapon I've ever carried in my life, and there's been several. I carried 6 Hours, PP20 45s, P229 40s. I had an American Desert Eagle 45. I put my life on the line with some of these weapons, and this sight, you know, with one touch of the button here, you can turn it on, and then you can brighten it by the right button. And I kind of want to just show you the sight acquisition you're going to see. I'm going to try to show you this and line it up with the camera here. When you just get my bearings here. See that? It's really bright. See if I can pull it out a little bit. All you have to do is put that biohazard symbol on the zombie. See if I can get a good shot of it. Let me turn off the overhead light and come back. I want to show you this part. It's really cool. Okay, this Minister Paul. We're back here with the EOTech Zombie Stopper, Smith & Wesson M&P Military and Police Sport Model 15, $700. This scope is going to run you about $500 plus tax. All of the other things, this foregrip was like $30. This was like $12. Let me see if I can get you a angle. You see that right there? You put that biohazard symbol just you know, on the target, and that's where the bullet's going, and it's extremely accurate. So now picture looking through this holographic thing and seeing that biographic. You know, I'm not really a long-range shooter. I'm strictly self-defense and home defense. This gun, this is how I store it, right? So I want to show you how easy it is to acquire your target in the middle of the night when, bang, 3 people are doing a home invasion of your house. You just, I mean, instantly, what I'm looking at right now is the holographic biohazard symbol. It's silked directly out of the box, directly over the front sight here. I mean, literally, I have never, in 22 years of carrying every different kind of weapons there were, when I did armored transport, I carried the Ruger Mini 14. When I did force protection, I had the Remington 870 shotgun. I've never seen a weapon that had a quicker target acquisition than this. And when life and death is down to seconds, and even fraction of the seconds, sight acquisition is so important. So again, instant. So that's that. Secure all this stuff. Let me show you one more thing. As a minister, I can't make a video without telling you that Jesus is coming. And then your number one, I turned on my headphones when I did that. Your number one line of defense is prayer. I'm a firm believer in prayer. I've been a Christian since I was 15 years old. I've walked through the valley of the shadow of death. I've had bullets whizzing by me. And the Lord has been with me and put angels around me to protect me. One time at a site, well, 2 times I've been shot. One went under my bulletproof vest here, and it hit the wall behind me, and all the other officers hit the deck, and I was the only one standing. I didn't hear the report of the gun. They say that's very common when you're being shot at. For some reason, psychologically, you don't hear the report. Everybody else heard it and hit the deck. CSI came out. People have made threats on my life. That's a valid thing. Another time I was investigating a breaking and entering burglary out of school, and it was a real bad area. A bullet whizzed by so fast by my head, my ear, that I actually heard it and felt it went shh. And you know what I did? I didn't go for my gun or anything like that. I began to pray. And as I was praying, I heard our holy God say, "You will never know how many bullets have missed you." And it was about a year after that that I retired and went into the ministry. It was my time to get out and let some younger people take over. But I am a firm believer in prayer. I'm going to put my email in this. If you're out there, I'm reaching out to a whole new group of people here. The second, people who may not even know Jesus, who believe in the right to bear arms and defend yourself, patriots and veterans, and just share a part of my life with you that I've never really shared before, to see if you want to make Jesus Lord and Savior of your life. Send me an email and I will pray with you. I will pray with you. And don't let anybody ever tell you that self-defense is murder. We have to protect ourselves. We have to be ready for what's ever coming. You know, and in closing, let me just say real quickly, remember, first line of defense is not your canine. It's not your house alarm. It's prayer. Prayer every night before you go to bed. Lord Jesus, protect my home. I mean, I'm 50 years old and I'm still alive, and I've been in some of the worst neighborhoods there are and the worst situations there are, and it wasn't because of these guns. Let me turn this light off. Another thing about this light is if you forget to leave it on, it only stays on for 4 hours, which I like, not 8 hours. Battery will last for years. This is what God has laid upon my heart. This house is a safe house. And I believe in the rapture. And I believe that we're going to all be caught up. And so I'm a strong believer in backup plans. I've made a backup plan that through two different family members, you know, that if they should turn on the TV one day and I'm gone, and the news report is that the millions are missing from the church, for them to immediately come live in my house. It's stocked with food and water and these safety tools. I would not want for me to go to heaven, whether it be through natural causes to be with the Lord or through the rapture. I would not want it. These weapons, and I think a lot of people should be thinking about this, to fall in the hands of bad guys. You know, I don't believe in going cheap on things, and we don't want these things, even our ammo, to be in the weapons of bad guys. And so make a plan. I pray that you're a Christian, and I pray that Jesus is your Lord, and I pray that you know that he's coming soon and that the signs are all around us. And I pray that you have a plan for your weapons not to fall into the hands of bad guys if you should go home to be with the Lord. It's something I don't think many people think about, but it was laid upon my heart, so I'm making a video about it. God bless you all. Shalom. Send me a message if you want to know Jesus Christ. And remember, self-defense is not murder.